And hello there. We'd like to welcome you into the Philly and Fred show for Saturday, November 8th, 2025. We're slightly going to talk about the Thursday night game. Not a lot to discuss there. Sunday slate, Monday night game, and some things we expect for this weekend. Who do we think is going to make a statement? Our dog of the week, etc. So before we start out with any football talk, can somebody tell the ESPN people to read the room and not put out that YouTube TV thing?
I haven't even read into all the details of that.
Oh, they keep posting keep my networks. Yeah, hey, go pay another $30 for another streaming service. We already got to have Amazon Prime, Peacock, NBC, Hulu, YouTube TV. But yeah, come donate to or come pay more money to our organization that's worth $7 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just and I wish somebody because Pat McAfee kind of went at him and he's an ESPN employee and he was still like, nah, that's what are y'all doing? Y'all look pretty stupid.
Yeah. Asking for too much.
Also, another last non-football thing. Did you see Tom Brady cloned his dog?
Yeah, I saw the notification pop up
I
on my
mean,
phone, and I'm just like, what?
come on, can we not do that? We've seen how it turned out in Jurassic Park. I'm kind of scared if we ever did that. I mean, he's going to grow raptor claw. He's going to grow 3 times his size, and then we're going to have a problem. Come on, Tom, you're better than that. And that just
Yeah.
shows once you make money, just think of that, Philly. If you ever make enough money, you can do whatever you want.
Do whatever. Yep.
Literally whatever. All right,
Dress like
we'll
a
finally get to
fool.
some football here. God, that would be cool, but I don't think I could ever do it. Uh, Thursday night game. Do you want to say anything? The game stunk. The Broncos. I mean, are they the most fraudulent 7-2 team you've ever seen?
Oh, probably. Yeah, definitely gotta be. I didn't even realize they was on a 7 game win streak. That's how you know that's fraudulent. Like, yeah.
Did you see who the seven was and the quarterbacks?
I didn't see the comparison, but like if I was going down the list, yeah, I mean probably what Dart, Stroud, who else? Justin
Geno
Fields,
Smith.
Geno Smith. Oh yeah, that's very. Yeah, I don't even have to say no more. Fraudulent. Yep.
Yeah, and that's like that. It feels like they got every, and they're kind of like the Texans where the defense is awesome,
Mm-hmm.
but that the offense is so bad. They just can't. I don't know what it is. They can't put it
I
all
don't know what
together.
it is either. I mean, they have the personnel. I mean, and Bo Nix. I don't know. I guess it's that 2nd year hangover.
I guess it's a second year hangover because and then like in this game he didn't have that fourth quarter like that Steph fourth quarter like he was terrible all game.
Mm-hmm.
He never made throws.
Yeah, I couldn't watch this whole game honestly. Yeah, it was just a dumpster fire.
Oh no, their games make me want to veer into oncoming traffic. They make me want to like hate myself almost. Like I just hate watching
Yeah.
them. And it's football. It's worse when they do it on prime time because you're
Yeah.
like there's nothing on. There was one NBA gun one oh, I don't know what I was saying. One NBA game on yesterday
Mm,
and it was either that one NBA game or that, and I just went to sleep.
you could have watched Louisville, man.
I watched a little bit of Louisville. I mean, Kendall was here. You know, I got to watch them Louisville games, and we'll both be here watching that game Tuesday. Yeah, and the Raiders. We'll talk about the Red. Like, where do you go? You signed Geno. You got Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's old. Geno doesn't look like a quarterback. You got Genty and Bowers and Max. Like, do you get rid of Max Crosby now? Do you trade him in the offseason?
I think Crosby's gonna definitely want to request a trade. And then yeah, you brung like half of the Seahawks personnel you had 3 4 years ago, and it just ain't working out, man. Gino has not been what we expected. You know, he had that great year in Seattle, and now he can't stop turning the ball over. And then yeah, Genty. I think a little bit of problem is him, and then obviously the offensive line because he is sometimes, or actually probably more than not, getting hit behind the line of scrimmage to where he can't even really create, some type of explosive rush. So, yeah, Raiders have a lot of questions to figure out in the offseason.
And I knew it was bad for Raiders fan when I seen people saying put in Kenny Pickett. I said, oh no, they're cooked. It's over for them. You're saying put in
Yeah.
the backup quarterback who's Kenny Pickett? Yeah, your season's toast. You might as well
Mm-hmm.
just slam that down and rebuild. And I
Mm-hmm.
gotta applaud Crosby though. He's a lot more loyal than me. If I
Oh,
saw it,
for sure.
if I was on a team like that that sucked for that long, nah, get me out of Vegas, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of seeing bad football. We'll move on to the Sunday night game, or I said Sunday night, Sunday morning game. Do you know where it's at? This one, the
Ber-
Falcons at the Colts.
Berlin, Ge-
Berlin,
Germany, I
Germany.
believe. Yeah.
Oh goodness, little Germany action there. Uh, where you going on this one?
Give me the Falcons plus the 6.5. I do expect Colts to bounce back in a way and probably win this game, but I don't see it being by more than a touchdown. DeForest Buckner is out for the Colts, and I think that is a huge piece that they are missing. And you've seen with these international games all year, I think all of them have been fairly close. Besides the Rams beat down on the Jags, but you just see in these international games, they're always pretty much played close. It'll probably be boring for 3 quarters, and then fourth quarter, you tune into your TV and it's like a tie game. So give me the Falcons plus 6.5.
I don't want to go Falcons, but you hit it on the head. International game, getting 6.5 points. I'm gonna have to go Falcons here. I mean, Sauce is gonna get a tough matchup in his first game with the Colts. He's gonna have Drake London, so that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be tough. We'll see. We'll see how good he looks in them Colts unis. And when I was looking at this game, I looked at the Falcons stats, and you know how we were talking about will they ever like are they cursed or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at their stats. I have no idea how their record is as bad as it is.
Yeah.
They outgained their opponents. They got the like positive turnover differential. They can run the ball. They stop the other team from like they've just invented ways to lose.
I
I,
told you
I,
they're kicker, man. They need a kicker.
and I think you said young cuckoo because that was one of the comments on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I done seen where somebody put a comment on TikTok and it said young cuckoo and it said a couple of laughy faces and I was like, nah, he probably said that. You know, them Asian
Probably
names
so.
they get tough sometimes. You know, they just sound like sounds. You know, can't help it. But I mean, the one thing I did look at though, they're terrible on third down and then they're bottom five and touchdowns in the red zone. So that was the one stat where I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. But
Yeah.
I think I'm with you there. I'm going Falcons to cover, but Colts to win. Colts to get back on track. Next game. This game stinks. Browns minus 2.5 at the Jets. Uh, Browns minus 2.5 at the Jets. Who cares? They both stink. I mean, this was like this would be like if the Washington Generals were playing the Washington Generals. Like, ain't nobody here. The Harlem Globetrotters. Both teams suck. Uh, oh God, who do I take? I have to. I have to put my. I have to put my pick on the line with either the Browns or the Jets. Give me the Browns. I mean, the Jets one win. The Browns have actually looked good in 2 games. The Jets one win. They were down by 14 points with 4 minutes left. So I'll take the Browns.
Yeah, I'm with you on there. Give me the Browns to get their first row win of the year. I mean, this is like the best rushing defense in the whole entire league. What do the Jets like to do? They like to run the ball. But the Browns can stop that. So they're going to try or force Justin Fields to pass the ball. And if he's doing that, the Jets will probably lose. So, yeah, give me the Browns minus 2.5.
Yeah, and the Jets. The thing with the Jets is they got all them picks. But if I'm a Jets fan and we got all them picks, like, yay, you got first round picks. But you are the Jets. And how many times have you screwed up first round picks when
Mm-hmm.
you had you made a trade to get a bunch of picks and then you either draft the wrong guy or you draft the right guy, put the wrong pieces around him, and then you end up trading him to somewhere else. So when I
Mm-hmm.
seen them get all those picks, I was like, I mean, that's cool in theory, giving up
Yeah.
great players for a lot of first and second round picks. But if you can't draft the guys, then they're pointless.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like they just keep going in the same cycle over and over again.
Yep.
Uh, on to Houston. Jaguars at Texans. Who you going with here, Philly?
Yeah, give me the Jags. I got to, as much as this hurts. Had CJ Stroud been playing this game, I definitely would have been on the Texans. But you got Davis Mills. He is a serviceable backup quarterback. But I think, Jags, they really need, I mean, both of these teams really need this win. But I think Texans, looking at the bigger picture, I don't know how many, opportunities they'll have with Davis Mills. So give me Jags to win a close one.
I think I'm going to go with the Jags here too. I think I feel the same way you felt. Is that if Stroud was playing, I'd love the Texans here. But I mean, I can't bet on a backup quarterback because I was
Hmm.
looking at the Jags and I was looking at their stats and they give up 250 through the air, 2 touchdowns a game, and they don't get to the quarterback. And what's the worst part of the Texans is the offensive line.
Yeah.
And the other team they played that didn't get a pass rush was the 49ers, and the offense looked awesome in that game.
Oh yeah.
But like we said, another backup quarterback.
Yeah, and
And
I'm curious to see how. Sorry to cut you off there. How Jacoby Myers looks in this offense. So that, I mean, that should be a boost for the Jags. So
no, yeah, that should be a nice little piece because he's a good player. And I also think this is another ugly game. I'm pretty sure the over under is pretty low, but I think it'll be.
yeah, 37.5. Jesus
Oof, man, I
Christ.
don't. That's that feels like I'm talking about the Steelers right there. 37.5. Jeez. Uh, yeah. On to the next game. Bills -8.5 at the Dolphins. I'm literally betting the Bills because I bet the against the Bills the last 2 weeks and they dominated both games. So I can't do it a third time. Give me the Bills. The defense looks good. Like the first 5, 6 weeks, the defense didn't look good. They couldn't stop the run. The secondary was getting torched. They got their first round pick back, and then secondaries looked better last 2 games. And they played like the Chiefs run it okay, but the Panthers love to run the ball, and they could not run the ball against the Bills. And also, I think a big game from Kincaid here because the Dolphins they've been giving up yards and touchdowns to the tight ends all year. And in his last game against them, he had 70 yards and a touchdown. So I'm looking for a big game from Kincaid in Miami.
Yeah, I think this will be. I think for some reason I just think Miami gets their offense rolling today or Sunday in a division matchup. Getting 8.5, yeah, I'm gonna take the Dolphins plus the 8.5. Bills they've looked pretty good after their bye week, but I think just in this division game, the Dolphins can keep this within the touchdown. Waddle, well, he's actually been going crazy. That hasn't meant much, but I think Dolphins will limit the turnovers that they have been having on offense. So yeah, I like the Dolphins.
Well, I know the Dolphins' record is bad, but like you look at some of their games and they just constantly just shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, that's literally what it's been. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Ravens game, they had double the time of possession,
Mm-hmm.
double the yards, double the plays, and they were down 14-6.
Yeah.
Like they
It
just
makes
they
sense.
suck in the red zone, they turn the ball over, they have
Hmm.
penalties, like
Yeah.
all things that bad teams do, they do all of them.
Yeah.
They go right down the checklist. Yes, we turn the ball over. Yes, we don't convert on third downs. Yes, we don't score in the red zone. They check off all the bad football team things.
Yeah.
No,
True.
and I'd like them, but I bet against the Bills the last 2 weeks, and they burned me 2 weeks in a row. So I can't I can't
Hmm.
can't do it three in a row. Can't bet against Josh Allen and the Bills
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row. On to one of the best games of Sunday slate: Patriots at Bucks. Bucks -2.5. This is a good matchup here because Drake May's been awesome against the blitz this year, but the Bucks have been one of the best blitzing teams in the NFL this year. Both teams' weakness. Both teams don't really run the ball. and both defenses kind of give up some yards through the air. So I kind of do expect some points and some yards in this game through the air. Expect both quarterbacks to have good games, big games. The thing that scares me about the Patriots this year, though, is Drake May has been good against the blitz, but they're giving up almost 4 sacks per game, and that's one thing that the Bucks love to come after you. And if they're in the backfield all game, I don't care. I know Drake May's been awesome, but it's tough to throw when you got a guy in your face, lineman getting pushed back into you. Like it's tough to make those throws when you're getting hit in the jaw almost every play.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm also on the Bucks. I think it's just one of those flat spots like we saw last week with the Colts and Steelers. Colts were rolling. A lot of people was on them to beat the Steelers. And yeah, Bucks coming off the bye week, they get a few players, back healthy. They're at home. I like this should be a very entertaining game, but I like the Bucks to take care of business.
Well, yeah, I like the Bucks, and the thing about the Patriots is they have the win against the Bills,
Bluetooth disconnected.
but they don't have a lot of other wins really, like
Yeah,
good wins. Like that's
right.
their one strong. Like, hey, we're a good football team. We beat this team, but they beat the Bills when the Bills were kind of struggling. So this would show me if they win a game like this going into Tampa Bay, this would show me like, oh, okay, no, they're for
They're
real.
for
Like
real.
they're a for real team in the AFC to look at when it comes to playoff time and be like, oh no, they can win a game, 2 games, maybe make it to the AFC Championship and have a really big year coming off a year they were 4-13. But
Hmm.
this is a big one to show that. Next, your Chicago Bears. Giants at Bears -4.5. You take it away since it's your Bears.
Yeah, I mean these kind of spots kind of scare me. I was similar to like the Saints spot where we came off a win versus the Commanders, last minute, and they were coming back home. But I mean, Giants, even the, they've sucked on the road. I believe they're 0-5 on the road. But I mean, they've been putting up points even in these losses. So I think they can keep it close. But with that being said, I think we'll do enough to get the job done. Probably win by 6 or touchdown. So yeah, as long as we can keep creating turnovers, I think we'll be fine. So I think yeah, I think we'll get a few this game. So I'll take us to win by about 6 or 7, barely covering.
Yeah, I'll take y'all to cover here. The Giants, their defensive line and their defense in general, it's kind of like the Jets. They got a lot of guys where you're like, oh, he's a good player. But when you look at the numbers, their defense doesn't show you that they're a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you looked at their defensive line, you'd go, "Oh man, they got a great defensive line. They got to have a great defense, right? Look at all the sacks they got. I mean, they got the guy leading the NFL in sacks,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't stop the run
Right.
because all that don't mean nothing. If you can't get teams to third and long where you know they're pass rushing, then that pass rush don't mean nothing. When you're down all game and they can just run it on you, all them edge rushers don't do nothing for you. Like and they ain't been able to stop the run. The Bears have been running it well this year. So yeah, I think the Bears run it down their throat, and I think they beat them by 10 plus probably. And also, did you see where Big Dom visited Scattaboo in the hospital?
No. Why was that?
He gave him cannolis and stuff after his ankle turned inside out.
Oh God. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, which I haven't heard from Scattaboo. I hope he didn't do no Italian stuff and say, "Hey, this isn't personal. It's just business." Uh, on to Minnesota. Ravens -4.5 at Vikings. I think this is a spot. I love Ravens here. Vikings, I think, are getting a little overhyped last week or after last week. Lions shot themselves in the foot. They had a great game plan. I don't think the Vikings are that great. Ravens finally getting healthy. Lamar's back. I think the Ravens kill the Vikings here. What do you think?
Dude, I was going back and forth on this. Honestly, I didn't have a pick to just obviously just now, but I'll side with you on the Ravens. I don't think Vikings were that good. It was more so of the division games. Those can always get walky.
Bluetooth
So
connected.
yeah, I think Ravens they're getting back getting back together with Lamar back, so I'll take him to cover the 4.5.
When that defense is finally starting to play well. They've only gave up 13 points per game in the last 3 games. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the defense that everybody thought coming into the season we were going to see from the Ravens. Like the last couple games has been what we thought we were going to get the whole year. Next game, NFC South battle. Saints at Panthers. Give me the Panthers. The Saints are getting outscored 135-56 on the road this year. Just give me the Panthers. I feel like it's going to be an easy pick for me.
I'm gonna be on the other side. Actually, I know Saints have been getting mauled on the road, but there's not too many times we see Panthers as a favorite, or at least for maybe the last 10 years. We haven't seen them favorite many times. Uh Shuck, I get it. I want to see him at home, but I think division matchup, getting 5.5 or maybe six, yeah, 5.5. I'll take the Saints. I don't love that though.
But it's funny because all my other things were saying basically the Panthers like ugly games. They like low scoring. They like time of possession. They like to keep it close because that's what they've done when they've beat the good teams. But
Right.
I think in this one, I can't trust the Saints.
No, I
It's
completely
picking against
understand.
the Saints more than anything.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I like the way Shuck looked last week. It kind of does suck for Shuck though because as soon as he starts playing, they trade one of their best weapons and their deep
Hmm.
weapon.
Yeah.
So
Shade.
you know he hated to see him leave. Like, wow, I finally get a start, and the one deep threat we got, one of the few weapons, few
Gone.
things this team has, he's in Seattle now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Seattle, Cardinals at Seahawks -6.5. You going Cardinals or Seahawks here, Philly?
Give me the Cardinals. I like what I've been seeing out of them the past few weeks with Kobe Brissett. He's, just gave him a little spark, and the Seahawks, they're better on the road than they are at home. They're just 2-2 at home, where I believe they're 5-0 on the road. So, and that's kind of odd because like they're the home of like the 12th man. So you think, their crowd, they'd be better at home, but and it's a division game also. We saw when Arizona visited or excuse me, Seattle visited Arizona. Arizona almost beat them that first matchup. So I think they can keep it within 6 points.
I don't know where I'm going to go here because the thing about the Cardinals is I have to forget the first 5 games they played completely. I got to wipe it from my memory because they look like a
Mhm.
completely different team
Yeah,
with Brissett there compared to Murray. I mean, and ever since Brissett's been there, they've covered all 3 games. But then the Seahawks, their record 6-2, and then they're 6-2 against the spread. I mean, the one thing that I know Seattle can dominate in is Brissett started 3 games and he's been sacked 13 times in 3 games, and the Seahawks are tied for third in sacks in the league. So I think they'll definitely get after him. I think I'm going to go Cardinals because the Cardinals have looked good, played good. They finally got a win last week, and then the Seahawks. I think after a game like that, teams come back down to earth a little bit. Like they play a great game,
yeah,
and then they play maybe not such a great game. So I'm basically just taking them off that. So yeah, give me the Cardinals. And that is a weird thing. Like people talk about the Seahawks possibly having the best home field advantage. They
yeah,
literally call it the 12th man, and they've been
yeah,
so much better on the road since McDonald's been there.
yeah.
And we'll talk about Shaheed right now for a second. You think Shaheed, that deep threat, you think that opens up the run game a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely can. Like Kenneth Walker surprisingly has not had a great year. Charbonnet's he's honestly had it, I believe it, like as many carries and or snaps at least as Kenneth Walker. But yeah, when you got a guy like Shaheed too to focus on as a deep threat with JSN, that can definitely open up the run game. So So yeah, I think Kenneth Walker. Yeah, I'll be inserting him back in my starting lineups. In these coming weeks with fantasy.
Well, it's weird because when you look at Seattle, like you look at the formations they get in, they run heavy sets. Like they have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 tight ends. It feels like every play, but they haven't been able to run the ball well this year. And Kenneth Walker,
Hmm.
he has runs where he looks awesome, but then you look down at his stats and it's like, well, he rushed for 3.8 yards per carry and he only had 70 yards. So yeah, if they
Right.
can get the run game going, I don't know what they don't have, honestly,
Yeah.
as a football team. Next game, Lions -7.5 at the Commanders. Uh, I'm taking Lions. I think they don't have their starting quarterback. They're injured. I think the season's over for them. I don't know what else they have to really play for. So I think some of them players might be checking out here pretty soon. If they get blown out a couple more times, it might be checkout season at the hotel. Uh, Talking about the Lions, I was looking up their stats, and I thought when they had lost games, it's like, man, they haven't run it well. And every time they win, I'm like, oh, they ran it well. And I was looking up their stats. They got to run the ball well. In their 3 losses, they're running it for 70 yards a game. In their 5 wins, they're rushing it for 158 yards a game. Like
Huge
if they can't
difference.
get the run game going, they're going to lose every time. If they get it going, they're almost impossible to beat so far
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah, I'm with you on Lions. Dan Campbell, I forget his record, but he's a whale coming off losses like against the spread and straight up. Commanders, like you said, they're just in a complete hole. Mariota, not a bad backup quarterback, but I think this is just gonna be one of those games where Lions put up 30, 35 plus, and Commanders they're just not gonna be able to put that many points up offensively. So I think they put a crooked number up on the scoreboard for sure.
Yep. All right. Both going the same one there. Next game, Rams -4.5 at the 49ers. Everything says to go with the Rams here. But the only thing I see it every time, McVay's 3-7 against Shanahan. So who you going with? Because I still don't know.
Yeah, this was tough for me as well. It seems like these games are always like a shootout and just good games. And Shanahan, does have the upper hand. But with that being said, I mean, they already lost to this Niners team in LA when, Mac Jones as one of his first stars. They was big favorites. I think Rams, they're gonna be too much for or maybe not too much, but they're gonna do enough to cover in this game with that last game, being, in their heads. They got Puka back. Stafford looking awesome. I mean, this guy has 1 interception on the season to like
He
20
got 2.
touchdowns. Oh, two, two,
Mhm.
two interceptions, 21 touchdowns. I think, it's a revenge game. Give me the Rams -4.5.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to see that the Rams are a better team and take them because the 49ers dead last in sacks, Rams third in sacks, and the Rams don't allow sacks. 49ers can't run the ball. They turn the ball over. They got too many injuries. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do the. I'm gonna have to get that McVay 3-7 against Shanahan out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Rams there as well. Sunday night football, the Steelers at the Chargers. Chargers -2.5. The Steelers got to win in the red zone. The Chargers move the ball, they throw the ball over the yard, but they're tied for 26 in red zone touchdown percentage. The Steelers need to run the ball because these last couple weeks they've got they've got away from the run game. The passing game's been working well, but they've just completely because in that Packers game they ran it after they went up by 2 scores. They only ran the ball 5 times the rest of the game. That just can't happen. And
Yeah.
then last week, last week didn't run the ball either. And really, it didn't make any sense because we were up the whole game. Got the turnovers early, was up the whole game, up at halftime, and kind of did the same thing. And this is one of those classics. Like the Steelers have a great defensive line. The Chargers got everybody on the offensive line hurt. Everybody's going, oh, the Steelers are going to feast. The amount of times I've seen this matchup, where the Steelers face a crippled offensive line and don't get to the quarterback too many times to count. But I'm going with the Steelers. I'm gonna have to pick the team. I'm gonna have to pick my team here. Who you going with?
Yeah, let me get your team as well. I think the big key, like really for the rest of the season for the Chargers, like Joe Alt is out, and the splits with him in and out are just like tremendous. This season alone, their Chargers are 5-1 when he plays, and then just in Justin Herbert's career without Joe Alt, he's 1-3 in those games. Steelers usually good as an underdog. So yeah, I think y'all will get a few sacks this game. Although Herbert, he's been using his legs a little bit more this season, and I think y'all will give up a lot of yards. But I think y'all will get that rush game going. Aaron Rodgers will have a solid game, and yeah, y'all come away with the win. Forget the 2.5. So yeah,
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, if you look at our rushing stats, like our yards per carry is not bad. We just haven't run it a lot.
yeah,
And then with the Joe Alt thing, like Rashawn Slater's out. Like the highest paid people on the offensive line are the tackles, and that's because the highest paid people on the defensive line are the defensive end, and that's who you block. So just
hmm
two backup tackles against Alex Highsmith and T.J. Watt. That's a recipe for disaster for them. So yeah, we're both going. I feel like we got a lot of the same picks this week here.
yeah, we kind of do.
All righty, Monday night, banger of a game. Hopefully, it actually ends up this way because a lot of prime times have been proper crop lately.
hmm
Eagles at Packers. Packers -1.5. Who you going with?
This is crazy. I had Green Bay all week,
Bluetooth disconnected.
but I think Tucker Craft not being with Green Bay is going to be just a huge deal. Like, that's Jordan Love's go-to. The Eagles, they get a few keep guys in Nolan Smith, and they just added Julian Phillips to the line. So they're going to get pressure on Jordan Love. Jordan Love's I don't have the stats on deck right now, but he's been terrible this year under pressure. So I think that Eagles defense will cause a few turnovers, and yeah, it's just gonna be a lot for Jordan Love without his top guy. So yeah, I switched it last second, but yeah, I think like I said, Tucker Craft is just gonna be too big of a loss for this Packers team. So give me the Eagles.
No, I absolutely hate saying this. I can't believe it's going to come out of my mouth, but I'm going to take Eagles here. God, I hate saying that. But yeah, I'm going to have to take Eagles. Like you said, Tucker Kraft's out. And with the pressure thing, when you get pressure on Jordan Love, he's going to make some WTF throws. Like he's done it. He's done it his whole
hmm
career. You get
Yeah,
pressure in his face, he's going to throw up balls and he's going to throw some bad picks. And in both their losses this year, he threw terrible picks. The
yeah,
one against the Browns was threw it right to the guy, had pressure in his face, threw it right to him. And then the Panthers lost, threw a couple terrible balls and one that really cost them. The Tucker Craft injury, you're right there. That's a killer for them. I think it's one of them games that the Eagles do just enough to win. I think they get a turnover here, turnover there, can run it. They started running it the last time they played. They got the run game going. Man, but just both these teams are pretty. They're up one week, down the next week, but they both got great records. But when you watch them play, it just the consistency's not there every week.
yeah. Don't be
Uh,
surprised if Green Bay wins because they beat good teams and they lose the bad teams. That's been the story of them all year.
yep,
So
that's their recipe. All right, Philly. Who makes a statement this week? Who's your statement of the week?
give me the give me the Rams, man. They already lost to this Niners team. They're going on the road to face them again, and I think they get it done, and they're gonna have the whole rest of the NFL on notice. Like, this team is for real. Matthew Stafford should be probably leading the MVP after this week. So I think the Rams make a statement.
All right, I like it. I think my statement's going to be the Ravens this week. I think they kill the Vikings. I think they beat the Vikings by 2, 3 scores. Lamar comes out, plays a crazy game. They run the ball. Derrick Henry looks like he's back. Kyle Hamilton's out there flying around. Defense looks awesome. I think this is the week that everybody fully says, like, oh, the Ravens are back to what we thought they were going to be. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be a problem when they get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the first, people forget, the first, 56 minutes of that first game, everybody in the NFL went, oh my God, that's the best team in football. And I don't know how close it is. And then ever since that collapse, it's been like, what the hell's going on? Last week, got Lamar back, finally got it going. Lamar looked healthy. Offense looked awesome. Defense has looked awesome lately. Yeah, I think the Ravens, they put everybody back on notice once again that they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs when they get there. All righty, we're going to introduce a new segment here. Who's your dog of the week for this week, Philly?
So it's actually crazy because I think I picked mostly, for the most part, I picked mostly favorites.
I
But
think I did too.
I'll take a small favorite in your Steelers to. Does that count as a dog of the week? I mean,
Hey,
y'all are
they're
slightly
dogs.
underdogs.
They're
I mean,
dogs.
y'all
That
are
might be a
dogs.
Chihuahua type dog, but that's still a dog.
Yeah, it's a Chihuahua.
It's a little baby dog. Yeah, it's a little puppy.
So
A
yeah,
dog's a dog, though.
give me the Steelers as my dog of the week.
Alrighty, I ain't gonna. I'm the kind of the same. I picked a lot of the favorites, but this is purely because it's an international game. Give me the Falcons because the Falcons have, when they've played well, they've looked awesome. So all they got to do is show up.
You're right.
Like if they show up and play the way they've played, and not do Falcons thing, whether that be not score touchdowns, miss field goals, turn the ball over, not give the ball to Bijan, which that's kind of a lot to ask because they like doing all those things. But if they can get rid of those things, it's already in Berlin. It's already in at 9:30 in the morning, halfway across the world. If they do all those things, it's international. I think the Falcons can win a game there. And honestly, if the Colts lost this one, the worry measure would be a little bit higher, but it still wouldn't be super high because I mean we've seen good teams go international and lose.
Yeah.
So this loss wouldn't really make me be out on the Colts, but I like it. I like it. International games. I love dogs in international games.
I like that.
Anything else you want to say before the slate?
Nah, go Bears.
Alrighty. Hey, go Steelers. I'm going to be drinking some Busch Lights. Hopefully I don't end up as sad as I did the last time. Go Steelers.